Right, what's up guys, welcome back to Matt Catches, and as you can see I'm back on the fishing location and it's quite a nice day today. It's probably about 10 or 12 degrees. You see I've got my top on today, I've got my hoodie over there just for later, but it's give out pretty good weather. It's quite calm, there's not much of a breeze today, a little bit of movement in the water on the surface but nothing massive. So it's looking quite good for a bite possibly. So I'm going to be fishing similar tactics to what I did last time, which I'll go over in a minute, to where I'm casting my rods and bait I'm using. But there'll be slightly different placement to the rods. So I'm going to get my stuff set up and get my rods ready, and I'll be back with you and show you them then. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Right guys, so the tactics and bait I'm going to be using. So, as I used last time, I'm going to be using a Ronnie rig, which is attached to this lead clip, if it'll focus. There we go, we're going to have a 2-ounce lead with a 6-inch stiff boom, and it's going to be attached with this simple hook, quick release, I'm pretty sure they're called. So it's a 360 Ronnie rig. It's got a size 4 hook, a little bait screw holding a pop-up Parker Baits dumbbell on, and that's my approach for this time. It worked last time, so I'm hoping it works again. And on the hook I'm going to also attach a PVA mesh bag, which hopefully you can see there, just with some buoys smushed down to the end, and I'm going to attach them to my hook. So let's get the rods casted in, back in the spots, and hopefully that brings us a fish. Right guys, so I've been using Parker Baits for coming up on a month now. I think I've done 3 sessions and I've had 4 cracking fish, 4 mirrors using their bait so far. So I thought, what better time than to give them a review now on what my honest thoughts and opinions are on the bait. So what do I think about the bait? From first impressions, when I first opened up the packets, thought the really nice packets, how they're all kept, in the all freezer baits. I got given some 10mm, 14mm and 18mm boilies, and some 40mm and 18mm dumbbells, all the OG fruit and nut flavour. They all come coated in like the magic dust, which I got set separately. Seems that all the boilies have been coated in them, and I think that gives the boilies a really nice texture. Stands out from all the other bait, like I've used Sticky, Nash, the Mistral baits, and they're all just smooth. They've got no texture to them, where this Parker Baits, having that bit of dust on the outside, gives them a really nice bit of texture and stands out from other baits. The consistency of the boilies, when you can break them up in your hand when they're defrosted, they're nice and soft, but they're not really soft where you can't use them as a hook bait. I've used them on bait screws. I haven't had to put any line through them with a bait stop on because I prefer using bait screws, and that's worked so far. So the nice, the consistency in them's really nice for using as hook bait. Just throwing them, you can still launch them with a throwing stick, even though they've got their dust on the outside, and get some nice range on them. The smell of the bait, the smell, OG fruit and nut, absolutely amazing. It smells quite tiger nutty, but you can also get a hint of fruit in there. I can't actually smell what fruit it is, but it seems absolutely amazing. The bait spray that you get, they sent me a little bottle of it, and I've just been spraying it on my hook baits, on my PVA mesh bags. It's been absolutely fine. That when you throw that in, it just gives it a really nice strong flavour, a lot stronger than the boilies, a lot stronger than the hook bait, and it just makes them stand out a bit more. And that hook bait, which I've been using, has been a 14mm pop-up dumbbell, I'm pretty sure. And I only found out they would pop up last time in my fishing session. At the end of the session, threw the hook bait in the water, because I wasn't going to take some old hook bait that I'd already used, straight off my rigs into the water, and it started floating. So I tried it on my rig again, and there were floaters. Worked with the Ronnie rig. That helped me catch them 2 big fish. I'm hoping it works again this session, but you never know. So overall, in my opinion, They're one of the top baits that I've used, honestly, compared to like the NAS Citrus. I've had a fair few fish this year. I think I've had 4 on that so far this year, and I've had 4 on the, no sorry, I've had 3 fish on the NAS Citrus, and I've had 4 on the Parker baits. The NAS Citrus has a really good smell, the Parker baits does. The NAS Citrus a lot harder than the Parker baits, but the Parker baits have a really nice texture, consistency, and I think that's what's been making them fish better, because I fished them for fewer sessions, had more fish, even though the weather is warming up. I think they're a lot better of a bait. They cast out really well, they stay on, you can use them in mesh bags, and that's what sold them for me. Absolutely amazing. Just want to add on, I haven't been told to say any of this, it's my honest opinion, and I absolutely rate them. I love the bait, and I don't think you can go wrong. So that's my overall opinion on Parker baits. If you guys have got any other opinions, stick them in the comments below and let me know, let me see what your experiences are with them if you've got any, and I think they're absolutely amazing. So I'm going to carry on fishing, might get a hot chocolate on now, and fingers crossed they'll bring us a fish this session. Right guys, we've got something in the net. Unfortunately, it's not a cut off, as you can see. We have got a big bream. We've had that on the Ronnie rig. It's the first thing we've had from across the other side of the lake, a big bream. So let's let it go. There we go. Go and tell the carp where the bait is. Don't I tell the other bream? Don't want any more of them. But I'm going to carry on making me hot chocolate and get this rod recasted first. Right, so I finally made my hot chocolate, and I'm still using that Galaxy instant hot chocolate. If it does focus, there we go. That stuff, I absolutely rate it. It's the best one, just mix it with water. It says 4 teaspoons, which is a lot of hot chocolate, but it does make a nice hot chocolate. And I still haven't put a mug back in my bag, so I'm here, pot noodle here thing again. So yeah, it looks, I don't know if you can see, I don't spill it, does look pretty good, pretty hot chocolatey. And to pair it up, I've already ate most of them. I've got some Maryland cookies. I think they are the best ones you can get, besides like Sainsbury's bakery ones and stuff like that. They are pretty solid, to be honest, so having them with my hot chocolate. And the lake's been quiet. I've had that bream, but I'm going to get a time lapse now. Slowly starting to go dark, and yeah, the lake, normally it'll go like a mill pond or it's quite windy, but for some reason it's just sitting in the middle. There's not much of a breeze going at all, just a little tiny ripple going across the water. It's pretty still, to be honest, and it's not massively cold. It is probably about 10 degrees, which is it's still cold, but it's getting warmer for how we're doing so far. Slowly coming into spring, getting out of the winter, and the fishing season will be back on. Unfortunately, there is close season coming up May till June or July, but sort something out, be able to fish somewhere else, so won't be missing out on too much, and then be back at it in the summer. So I'm gonna get a time lapse, drink my hot chocolate, and yeah, be back with you hopefully with a fish. If not, I'll probably be cooking my tea. Right guys, so maybe tea. As you might have guessed, I've got a Bombay Bad Boy pot noodle. I've got my sausage butties, saving them again for the morning because give me a good breakfast, sets you up for the day, don't it? So I'm gonna have these, and the temperature's dropped a bit. It hasn't gone really cold. As you see, I'm just sitting here in my hoodie. Normally I'd have a coat on and my hoodie on, and it's not too bad actually. But I'm gonna have another hot chocolate in a minute. I've had all my snacks basically already. I had some of these Haribo red things with like a bit of white in the middle. Forgot to call a couple, some of them. I had a packet of them cookies, and then yeah, I've had them. So I'm on my pot noodle for my tea. But just had a blip on my rod just before I started videoing this. So hopefully, because it is a bit warmer, the fish a bit more active, and hopefully we can get one tonight or even in the early hours of tomorrow morning, which we have done over the past couple of weeks, which is new for me. But it'd be great to have a fish out on the Parker baits. But I'm going to eat this now, and be back with you when something interesting is happening. Hopefully we've got a fish. Right guys, it's currently about 10:30. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to aim to get up for about 7 o'clock tomorrow, get a time lapse of the sun coming up hopefully, and basically be up for the morning, hopefully, and get that bite time in the morning, even the early hours and throughout the night, because there's plenty of time for a fish to pop its head up, get caught, and be out on the bank, have some photos taken of it. So I'll have a pot noodle for my tea, have my hot chocolate now. Been watching a bit of Money Heist on my phone. I'm not far behind, still haven't finished it, so I'm going to watch one more episode of that, go to sleep, and hopefully be up in the morning. So see you in the morning. Right, morning guys, it's about 8 o'clock, I've just thrown some bait in and recasted one of my rods. Unfortunately we've had nothing so far. We've had one bream early on yesterday, but we've had nothing since then, and it started raining. If you see from the water behind me, it's pitter-patter on top of my brolly and on the lake, but I'm going to get my breakfast on now. Hopefully this rain stops, and hopefully it'll bring us a fish at some point. So I can get my breakfast on. I got some sausage butties and get hot chocolate and a nice drink. So I'll see you then. Right guys, there we have it, the long awaited sausage butties. I've got my kettle on there, boiling some water for a hot chocolate. Gonna have some of that Galaxy hot chocolate. Can't wait for that. That stuff is absolutely top notch. It saves you bringing milk and that. Recommend it for when you go fishing, just even keep it in your bag if you only have one. But just watching the water's still very still like it was yesterday. It's pretty, it's like mild today. It's not as warm as it was, but it is only early morning. And there is a few bubbles that have been coming up right in front of the peg, just about where one of my rods are. So I'm hoping whatever it is moves onto the my right hand rod, which way that is, and we get a fish, which is all we can hope for. So I'm going to eat these, and before they go cold, make me hot chocolate. I'll be back with you when something interesting is happening. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a fish, but who knows. So I'll be back with you in a bit. Right guys, as you can see from behind me, it's finally stopped raining. It's been raining for about an hour and a half to be honest. It went quite heavy and then it went spitting, and it was just in and out quite heavy and spitting. I did have a pickup on my left hand rod. I managed to catch it when I see this one, and the rod tip bent round, went up and down really quick, but kept me on it and nothing else happened. It went quite quiet after that. But unfortunately the time's come. I've got to start packing up. We haven't caught anything. We had one bream. If you want to count that as not a blank, it's still nice to have a fish. So I mean, yeah, we didn't blank technically. So we still had a fish. So I'm going to start packing up now. I've got to go home. We've got a lot of stuff on today. So as always, it's Matt Catches signing out, and I'll see you in the next video.